Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Taylor Thomas. A Greenbelt school is placed on lockdown today after a shooting in the 6200 block of Spring Hill Drive. Officers located a 29-year-old man who suffered non-life-threatening injuries. He was transported by ambulance to a local hospital. Investigators determined that the shooting happened nearby in the 5900 block of Cherrywood Terrace. Spring Hill Lake Elementary was placed on a lockdown for a short time as a precautionary measure. The lockdown has since been lifted. The trial of a man who used fake leasing papers to live in a home in Clinton has been postponed. Michael Quinn was scheduled to go on trial today. In October of 2022, he was living in a home in the 10,700 block of Drago Place. When the new owners got to the property, he presented fake leasing papers stating he had the right to live there. Police responded and he was presented with the fake papers to them as well. It only took a few days for them to find out that he was lying and that he had forged the signature on the made-up lease, and he and his family were ordered to leave the property. No new date for this bizarre trial has been set. You may remember a series of robocalls late in the day during a recent election that encouraged voters to stay at home, telling them that their vote wouldn't make a difference. That incident and others spurred a Maryland law that makes it illegal to try and influence a voter's decision on whether to cast a ballot. But due to a loophole, the law only applies to polling places and not mail-in ballots. Delegate Sandy Rosenberg wants to change it in a bill he's sponsoring, the Election Reform Act of 2023.
So we now have thousands of people who are voting by mail. So that same robocall, if it was directed to people who had signed up to vote by mail, and that is public record, so you can direct phone calls to people who have signed up to vote by mail. The current law would not cover actions that would be illegal. That's why this bill is in, to cover the same illegal acts, but if designed to prevent someone from voting by mail.
HB 410 would also prohibit local board of elections from changing a polling place without public discussion, as well as allow temporary denial of some public record inspections until after an election. A hearing on the measure takes place tomorrow, February the 14th, in the House Ways and Means Committee. When the Prince George's Chamber of Commerce holds its annual State of the Chamber breakfast tomorrow, new leadership will be at the helm. Alexander Austin was appointed president and CEO of the chamber in December, 3 months after the passing of longtime President David Harrington. Austin says his plans include growth of the chamber, which currently has more than 600 members. He says he's a natural actual fit for the job.
I'm born and raised in Prince George's County, so this has a deeper passion for me. I have a commitment to helping, business owners and people that look like me prosper, because we all kind of win collectively. And so when the opportunity was available, I saw an opportunity to, one, bring my skills, but also to help bridge gaps where there are gaps, right? And make sure that our business community is represented under one voice.
As for the State of the Chamber breakfast, that's set for tomorrow morning at 8:30 at the hotel at the University of Maryland. A Maryland senator aims to take a popular state health coverage program nationwide. Senator Chris Van Hollen is expected to introduce a bill today called the Easy Enrollment Act in Healthcare. It's modeled after Maryland's Easy Enrollment program, which allows uninsured residents an opportunity to sign up for health insurance while filing their taxes.
All people who file income tax forms in the United States will be able to check a box on their federal income tax return. That information then will be directed to the Maryland exchange in the case of Maryland, or the other exchange or in other states. And so that individual will find out right away what options he or she has for signing up. And there's a 60-day special enrollment window built into this legislation that will encourage more and more Americans to sign up.
Again, Van Hollen is expected to introduce the bill today. At least 100 firefighters battled an early morning blaze in Hyattsville today. Crews responded about 3:30 this morning to the 5800 block of Baltimore Avenue, where flames and smoke were shooting through the roof of an office building. Crews focused on a pediatrician's office in the building. It took about 4 hours to put out the fire, forcing Baltimore Avenue between Oglethorpe and Madison Streets to be shut down. A search of the building found no one inside at the time. Firefighters continue to investigate the cause. All right, here are our latest COVID-19 numbers for our area. The Maryland Department of Health has confirmed 698 new cases. The county's positivity rate is at 10.61%. 6 Marylanders have died of COVID over the past 24 hours. 474 people are hospitalized with the disease. You're watching CTV News. I'm Taylor Thomas. Back in a moment.
The Ducks Unlimited dream came to life because of conservationists just like you. Your support has enabled Ducks Unlimited to conserve 15 million acres throughout North America. But our mission is far from over. Wherever wetland habitats are threatened, we'll be there. Because we understand that long after we're all gone, our dream remains in the best of hands.
Good evening and welcome back. Take a look at your screen. This is Nakai Alexandria. Montgomery County Police say she is missing and they need your help in locating her. Alexandria was last seen Saturday at 4 p.m. in the 100 block of King Farm Boulevard in Rockville. She's 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs about 120 pounds. She has blonde hair and brown eyes. Anyone with information about her whereabouts are asked to call the police non-emergency line at 301-279, that is 8,000. A Montgomery County middle school student is in hot water following the discovery of plans to create an anti-gay club. School officials say a teacher from Earl B. Wood Middle School in Rockville found a presentation in Google form called Homophobic Club Hub. A student Chromebook investigation uncovered that the student shared the presentation with 2 other students. In a letter to parents, Principal Heidi, Slatekoff, says the students involved will, quote, receive consequences as per MCPS Student Code of Conduct. Police have identified the victim shot and killed Saturday morning in Landover Hills. Detectives say he was 17-year-old Daewoo Flomo of Riverdale. He was found inside of a vehicle in the 7200 block of Parkwood Street. Anyone with information on the incident should call Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS. There is a reward of up to $25,000 for information that leads to an arrest and indictment in this case. Washington National's owner and real estate mogul Ted Lerner has died. The self-made billionaire was 97 years old. Sources say he died due to complications from pneumonia. He made his millions in real estate, building more than 22,000 homes and 7,000 apartments throughout the region. His company also owns and manages a number of commercial and retail properties in the Washington region. In 2023, Forbes magazine listed his family's net worth at over $6 billion. And coming up later on the news, Sports Talk with Simon Buggs. Stay with us.
Hey, it's Simon Buggs, and coming up soon, the Kansas City Chiefs come out victorious against the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl yesterday, and the UMD women's lacrosse team start their season off strong. Stay right there.
My parents make it and I take it to school. I like peanut butter and jelly and an apple and a cookie.
Lunch helps you push through the rest of the day into a dinner.
I have like the best lunch. People want to trade me. I'm like, nah, I have the best one.
No Kid Hungry is ending childhood hunger by making sure every kid gets 3 meals a day.
Good evening and welcome back. Well, if you made eating healthier a New Year's resolution, a Black-owned smoothie bar has several healthy and delicious drinks available for patrons. As we observe Black History Month, CTV is featuring several African-American-owned businesses. Today, we're in Brandywine at Spizzy's, which is owned by Victorious Hall.
I'm from Forestville. I'm from right up and down Pennsylvania Avenue. I went to Sula High School, Drew Freeman Middle School, Concord and Morningside Elementary. And so naming the smoothies after cities in Prince George's County was a way to celebrate where we're from. A lot of times it's just important for us to share the beauty and in our county and the beauty of the people. I've been an educator in Prince George's County all my career. I started to work in the public school system as a history teacher. And you know, part of history is like teaching around the finances and the economics of a particular place, right? And so I was like, coupled with that, I was a cyclist. I am a cyclist, right? So I would ride my bikes to smoothie shops. And then one day I was like, you know what, I saw what they was putting in it, in the smoothies, and I was like, I'm gonna do something different. So what I did was, my work in the school system, I said that I was gonna employ the former youth that I work with, right? While at the same time providing a real healthy option in my neighborhood by way of smoothies. If you ever go into some of these chain smoothie shops and you see them make your smoothie, you'll see them go to a bucket and they'll probably like pump some things in it, and then they'll put a big thing of ice in there, and what they're doing is they're adding syrup, and then they're putting ice in it to make you think you're getting a bigger drink, but all you're drinking is syrup ice. Here at Spizzy, you're gonna see us go in, get frozen fruit, and put it in a blender and blend it up, right? Because that's what a real smoothie is. It's really just blended fruit. And so that is the difference for me, because I wanna take care, I wanna be helpful to my community and not be misleading or do anything that is, or provide anything that is unhealthy for my people.
For more information or to find the nearest location, check out their website.
Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs took the field in the Super Bowl yesterday, with the Chiefs winning in a close game 38-35. The Eagles started the game off strong, taking a 10-point lead at halftime, but the Chiefs will make adjustments and end up outscoring Philly 24-11 in the second half. After coming up short the last 2 years, Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has a greater appreciation for this win.
The first Super Bowl I thought was, I mean, obviously I didn't win it the first year that I started, but I thought the first Super Bowl was just kind of like, oh, this is amazing. Like, we won the Super Bowl. Like, this is happy. Like, you're just like a little kid winning a prize at the fair. I mean, whereas this one, you've dealt with failure. You understand how hard it is to get back on this stage and to win this game. I mean, I played in a Super Bowl where I got blown out, where it was I got all hyped up, and then you go out there and you don't do anything. And then I'll lose the AFC Championship game in overtime, when I thought we had a chance to win the Super Bowl that year. And have a full brand new team and have to go through the strain of being better and better every single day, it gives you a greater appreciation for winning this game.
Mahomes has an impressive resume so far, having 2 Super Bowl rings, 5 Pro Bowl selections, and 2 regular season MVPs at just 27 years old. It was an emotional game for Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce last night, as his older brother Jason Kelce played for the opposing team. Travis spoke on the respect he has for his brother as well as the Eagles team as a whole.
There's nothing you can really say to a loved one in a situation like that. You know, you joke around all the time and say that you want to be your brother in the biggest stage ever, but it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling, and that team had great leadership, great coaches. Obviously, it came down to the end, and we got all the respect in the world for those Eagles, man. But there's nothing really I could say to him other than I love him, and he played a hell of a year, a hell of a season.
Moving on to UMD sports, the women's lacrosse team started their season off strong this past weekend, winning their first game of the year against St. Joseph's 15-5. Maryland played well to begin the game, scoring 7 goals in the first quarter and never looked back. They will try to move to 2-0 on the year as they face off against Syracuse on Friday. Wrapping up sports, the Wizards will be in California tonight as they take on the Golden State Warriors at 10 o'clock. And the Capitals will take the ice tomorrow as they host the Carolina Hurricanes at 7 o'clock. And that is your Monday Sports Page. Simon Buggs, CTV Sports.
Thanks, Simon. Well, that's CTV News for now. I'm Taylor Thomas. Good night.